Now, this course is something that I feel is a need of the hour when we have a lot of discussions about the gaps in the industry, gaps between the academics and the industry. And in the colleges, the courses are somewhat that they are not suffice for the core students like the civil engineering or the architecture to get a job in the industry, because they are more into theoretical part. Practical orientation is very less, and specifically for the civil engineering students there are little scope for practical learning, because drafting is something which is very secondary that they learn in their curriculum. But the more work that they do when they work as a project engineer or a site supervisor or a designer or whatever it is, they day in day out they work with drawings. So always they have a problem when they join an organization. The basic problem is to read a drawing and to understand the software as it is. In India, in fact, if we look into the current scenario, we don't have any CAD standards, unlike in US, UK, and other parts of the world like European. In India, we do AutoCAD as a very primitive kind of application where we use it as only sketching and drawings uh, to a certain part, but not without any standards. So my aim is basically in order to bring the software into a part where the maximum productivity a civil engineer can make out of it when he is studying in the college, to understand what would be the actual use of AutoCAD in various aspects of civil engineering, like in building construction or in highway engineering or in estimation costing, and there are other things that. So if you look into the course that I wanted to teach her, I'm going to teach us how to create plans, elevations, and sections of a building, which is very very important for architecture, structure, and services. So the type of plans that I'm looking for it, I'll show you a simple sample of it. So this is something that I do with the students. I give them, that take them tour into one of the projects that I have done and I was a part of it, and tell them, go navigate through it, make them understand how to read a drawing, and then we start with the CAD journey. So my part is to educate them with various drawings and various communications that has to be made during a project, whether they join as a design engineer or whether they join as site supervisor or whatever it is. But the first part is to they should know how to read a drawing. That is something very important for an engineer to understand, because if you have a very less knowledge of reading drawings, I can see that even if I go for upskilling for various engineers in some organization, I see that there are still gaps where people who are having experience, good amount of experience, they have difficulty in reading drawings. So this is some part that I feel that there's a gap between our system, where in specifically in the uh, civil engineering curriculum, very less drawing and documentation are taught into it. We only learn the software for the sake of learning the software. And then through AutoCAD, we'll be doing how to develop sheets for construction documentation that I called it as GFC, Group for Construction. What are the stages of construction, how the drawings are laid, how different drawings are made, like architecture drawing, structure drawing, and services drawing. So services are very, very important from point of view like mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. I mean, these are the things that one should understand. As a civil engineer, they should understand while they are working in a project, like what type of pipes, drainage pipes are there, what type of selection of pipes I should make, and read the drawing according to it, and then take a decision on it. So create and develop sheets for construction. Sorry, somebody is there. Just excuse me for 1 minute. Sorry, I got a cup of tea. Thank you so much for. Yeah. So interpret and review construction documentation. That is something that very important is for a day in day out. When an engineer is there on the site, they have to interpret the documentation, the changes that is made by various stakeholders. So the first thing is that when in a college scenario, today also I had a discussion with HODs and have been going for very back-to-back classes. So one thing that lacks is basically the faculties are unable to guide the students of how the construction documentations are created. So I feel that when we are doing these courses, which I think would be a very few courses are there in the market, or very few courses are there on site, people are doing it. So I will take them how to review construction documentation and how basically decision has to be made while you're learning AutoCAD. So there is a benefit of when you learn an AutoCAD and when you go for an interview. So you have a project, a student will have a project, and they can basically be easily gauged from the point of view of the knowledge that they have gained from the course. So I have named it as civil and architectural drafting. So it's not an AutoCAD course, it's an architectural drafting and design. So using the computer aided drafting and design. So here, and BOQ is the bill of quantity from how you extract it from CAD and make it to Microsoft Excel. Excel is another software that most of the engineers today work, and or they do a estimation, or they do bidding or construction kind of billing kind of thing. Excel has to be there, and how the CAD drawings are used to communicate to the various activity that they do, because everything that we do in the site as a civil engineer, everything has to be done through the computer aided drafting. That is the drawings that have been created on the site. So there are various formats in Europe, and in some of the part of the US. There are some extension that we have to know as .ifc, that's Industry Foundation class. And through this, I will be taking up various tools, tips and tricks, 2D drafting and 3D modeling. This is the course that I want to basically pitch into it. Now, before going to the AutoCAD, because this is something that I would be also taking into it, telling the students, educating the students about the various trends in the field of architectural engineering and construction. So when I say AEC, it means architectural engineering and construction. Whether after doing an engineering, when people are very much skeptical about what I'm going to do, most of the people go for an MTech program, or they took a heavy job or something. The problem is they don't have a particular kind of guide. Some of the colleges unfortunately are closing civil engineering because they think that the real estate market is in down, so there is no need of students today. But the problem is with the colleges and with the system is they are not basically in apt with the market that has requirements. Still, there are a lot of market requirement for civil engineers and good design professionals, which people are not finding from the fresh graduates from the engineer, because the engineer today are very much not focused about the technologies that they want to do. They take technologies as learning the software. So here I wanted to tell them about the future course of action, or the roadmap, where the emerging trends in the field of architecture, engineering, and construction is going towards Industry 4.0. And these are the areas where they can basically go for it. Either after civil engineering degree, they can go for a geotechnical, highway engineering, and land surveying. Geotechnical engineering is different, and highway engineering and land survey is different. Structural engineering, project and construction management, building information modeling, GIS, and there are various other roles and field that they can work into it. So I wanted to give an idea about what geotechnical engineering is, the study of the earth, and apart from AutoCAD is the basic software. They should also learn something that after doing AutoCAD or drafting, they should also. So these are the softwares I may not be teaching, but I will be guiding them that these are the things that they can do. Whether these are all individual software, be it Geo5 or Plaxis 2D or 3D or FLAC. These are the software that is required for research. So if they are a BTech in civil engineering, and if they are aspiring to work with geotechnical engineers as a professional, either working with construction companies, so these are the software that they should learn, either from Skill-Lync or from anywhere. But this is the next roadmap after AutoCAD, what they should do. So while teaching CAD drafting, I'm trying to make them a map of if they are willing to go for a geotechnical profession. So these are the roadmap that they should look for. But AutoCAD is an implicit learning that is that is something which is essential, I say, for any engineering graduates today in the core sector, whether mechanical, civil, architecture, or any kind of engineering that they are doing. So then we have this for highway engineering. Again, I have a bunch of softwares like the Civil 3D. It's again an Autodesk product that I am into it. And Bentley is another company. They have open roads. So what they do is they do intelligent modeling. Like these are advanced packages beyond AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a drafting package. So these are intelligent packages which most of the companies today in US, Europe, and anywhere in the world are using it for intelligent modeling. Be it open roads, infraworks, and civil 3D, they are all intelligent softwares which have more application than AutoCAD. So the roadmap next after AutoCAD would be learning these softwares if they are going want to opt for highway engineering and they want to work with companies who are into road consulting, highway engineering, and different government agencies. Then I have the structural engineering. So these are the profession-based learning that I have wanted to, put into my. Let me go back to my previous slide. The structural engineering is something that, if you ask any of the civil engineering, oh, okay, I want to go for structural engineering, but structural engineering is something is one of the branch or one of the specialization in civil engineering. So you require certain skill sets. AutoCAD is definitely something that one should learn. Again, all the drawings, drafting, and other detailing are done through, are communicated through CAD today. But apart from that, there are some intelligent modeling softwares like Tekla is there, and Revit is there. Apart from that, it should be a learning that they should be preparing for the next Industry 4.0. And for analysis and design, there are softwares like Structural Robo and Tekla, ETABS, and Safe. So these are the something that will add to their CV, or they should learn if they are planning to go for a structural engineering uh, profession. Then project and construction management. This is something that generally civil engineer when they graduate they opt for, because if they have, these are the things where this is the area that planning management is something that the civil engineering lands up to it, because this is more into planning a job. The construction management is, so there are softwares also like Microsoft Project is there, Primavera is there, Asta is there. A lot of softwares are there that it is integrated with the workflow of construction management. So so there are, I mean, everywhere where there is a construction, where there is an engineering and construction, public sector, oil and gas, manufacturing, everywhere construction is going. So they have plenty of jobs opportunity if they have the skill sets with blended with the qualification and the softwares and the application if they know. So they are very much fit towards working. Again, I want to say that in project management, AutoCAD is again an essential, because without a drawing you cannot go for any kind of specialization.